podcast joint with Ciara.
So I had to make a decision where in hip hop, maybe I could have been further because I still had to do 50-50. So even some of the lyrics that I had, the people that I was dealing with would even listen to my lyrics and make sure I'm not saying nothing to put us, jeopardize us.
Right.
So that kind of stopped my talent growth. So I had to always watch myself for growth. So that was a lot of my decision. Even doing like Ghetto Millionaire, you know, a lot of things in Ghetto Millionaire, I didn't want to come out like the Mobb Deeps or the CNN. Everybody was gangster. I wanted to give you more melody and give you more family problems and struggle shit, you know, tell you right from wrong.
Diversity.
Yeah, diverse. So that always that's always been a hard decision for me to deal with, man. But
you penned 3/4 of Rapper's Delight. Am I correct?
Yeah, a third of it.
Yeah.
Probably, a third.
Oh, a third of
Rapper's
it.
Delight.
Okay.
Well, everything Hank said,
Yeah.
except for the stuff, you know, the lines he stole from Hollywood. You know.
But how did that
back is around my neck? Ooh ha! I got it all in check.
How that even happen? Like that you were able to pen it and he took it and then used it.
Well, he was down with me.
Oh, he was down with you.
Managing me.
Oh, okay.
At the time, so you know. That's how he got around me. He was around me and my crew at the time.
Okay.
And so he knew our stuff, you know.
Right. Yeah, from what we had, what I realized, I think I said Sylvia had a chance to hear. He was listening to you and she heard you and then he said he wrote it or
Well, I mean,
give me the real
I've told
story.
the story 1,000 times.
I know.
And you know, it's not because I want to tell it 1,000 times because people ask me about it 1,000 times. But basically, he was working in a pizza shop in New Jersey to make back some of the money he took out as a loan from his parents to reinforce our sound system.
Right,
I was still a DJ out there, still had my own crew and stuff. So this is before Cold Crush. Now, a lot of people think Hank managed the Cold Crush, but that was never the case.
Okay.
I got down with the Cold Crush brothers after Hank left and split. But yeah, so he knew my stuff. I mean, we used to practice. He used to be at the house, and like, you know, we was like fam. And so he used to take a little boombox to work with him. You know, when everybody had a little boombox, cassette tapes, and take some of our tapes, you know, my practice tapes or tapes of me just having a jam, and take them with him to the pizza shop. So people coming in and out of the pizza shop,
they heard you,
heard him.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Right. Like lip syncing. You doing the Milli Vanilli shit to the tape, to the cassette.
Wow, okay.
So he got the box there and he's rocking with the voices on the box, you know what I mean? Like whoever it is, like that's me. So people coming in and out of there, you know, the word got out. Hey, there's a fat dude in the pizza shop who be MCing. You know what I mean?
Who got bars?
Well, he got bars.
So yeah. So that attracted Sylvia Robinson when she was looking for a third member for the Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh, okay.
So instead of him telling them, nah, that ain't me. I don't rap. That's Casanova Fly. I manage Casanova Fly.
Right.
I mean.
And
but he ain't never said all that. he never said none of that shit. Matter of fact, he just repeated the stuff that they thought they heard him say before, and it was my shit, and they loved it, and they made him part of the Sugar Hill.
Well, a lot of that kind of stuff happened way back in the day too, man. You know, people were actually, you know, trying to get on, so you jump at opportunities, even if the opportunities aren't necessarily designed for you. You do what you gotta do. You understand? But
but that cheapens the art form. It cheapens the music itself. It cheapens the level of skill that it takes to do that particular thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, it was a good thing that rap got exposed to a large audience. Okay, but the thing that exposed it, was a lesser
wasn't genuine.
Was a lesser version of what you wanted to like. The foundation of hip hop wasn't found in Rapper's Delight.
Right, absolutely not.
We are the Mighty Shirkins, right? We all know what time it is with that. But I want to put it out there that we didn't start airbrushing, right? We took airbrushing to another level. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We took it to where people who have never seen what we've done before in their life. You know what I'm saying? To the point of taking Mickey Mouse and dressing them in the wares of that era. Whether it's like Jordans and Gucci and rope chains and
Standing in
gazelle
front of
glasses. You know what I'm
BMs.
saying?
But going back to the era I started in the 90s, I gotta say, we come from 2-inch reels.
Get it out the
Saying
bud.
analog
Very true.
recording. You know,
Very true, brother.
Shout out to my man Milk D that's in the building. You
That's
come
right.
from that era. You know what I'm saying? Where the sound was warmer, and even as a producer, to get paid, keyword, to get paid, you had to get paid up front before you went in the studio to lay a record down. You know what I'm saying? We're in a time now where you got people having beats, you know, just flying around on the internet, on YouTube, and people just going in and recording records before even the artist knows about it. You know what I'm saying?
But to your point, I can contribute a little to this because I understand the difference between a producer and a beat maker.
Absolutely.
You know, because I worked as a well, I thought I was a producer for many years. You know, myself and Dre actually worked. We did remixes. We did a lot of stuff. With, you know, I'm talking early '90s, Young MC. You know, Run DMC. You know, the stuff that we did for Original Concept. I'm thinking.
Wait. I gotta pause you on that one sentence.
What's that?
Who produced Knowledge Me? That's a classic, that Original Concept record.
Me, Dre, and the brother.
There
by
we go.
Eric.
Wow.
So you produced the record,
Of
bro.
course I
And it's a
produced it.
classic,
It's a
bro.
classic, bro.
You gotta get your flowers for that. Give it
So
up for
you-
my man
so
right there.
we had two producers in the building.
Yeah.
Shout out.
It was sampled. It's one of the most sampled records of all time. Master Ace took it just recently and did it.
Okay.
So we did our thing. So with that being said, fuck them, okay? And
He said overall.
real talk, we don't even discuss that shit no more. Fuck them.
I mean, at the time when I came out, a lot of artists that did come out, they had to call me. Like, if you wanted a hood song to end your album,
Right.
you call Royal Flush. Like, I did songs with Old Dirty Bastard. I did songs with Big Pun. I did songs with Big L.
Facts.
I did songs with Guru. I did songs with Sean Price. I did songs with Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? But then I did songs with Twisters. I did songs with BG. I did songs with Juvie. I did songs with Mac 10. I did songs with Nori. It don't I like.
Which one has been your favorite experience? I
Right.
mean, you dropped all of these like heavy hitters.
He dropping them in here. Look, watch it. He dropping them because that's why he here, because he's
Name
that cat.
dropping.
I'm an avid collector of all things hip hop. All things hip hop. If that shit got anything to do with hip hop, I'm keeping it. I want it.
What's your most favorite piece?
My favorite piece is the one I just got. There's an artist called Startucci, and he's the one who did the Ghostface Killer joints and the Biggie joint.
Yeah.
My wife ordered one for me.
Oh, dope.
Okay, and he made me one special. So that's my favorite piece right now. It's not on it's not for sale. It's like a one off. It's a one of a kind that was commissioned strictly for me. But I have a lot of artwork that has been done for me that people send to me all the time. I keep all that shit. Like you said, I got a little mini museum of my own in my house. Okay,
That you cherish. You have
I am
custom
a
rugs,
museum
DMC.
unto myself.
No question.
Okay.
I feel that.
And also, so how many all access passes have you collected throughout your years?
Oh man, hundreds of them. I'm not gonna say thousands, but hundreds of backstage passes, all access passes. At some point, you know, they give out the little sticker. That sticker, they put the sticker.
Yeah.
A bunch of them shits. I don't know what happened, or still stuck on some clothes, or you just rip them. My door at home, like
Right.
everything that's like, I'll stick it on my door at home. So my door is a fucking museum.
Oh, that's
piece.
sick. A lot of people don't even know like you were actually part of all these projects. You know what I mean?
Projects.
And that's why we formulate. Listen. Focus on me real quick. So this is why we do these podcasts,
Absolutely.
so people can actually
Get familiar
with who people like this is. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy has actually contributed to a lot of the music that you've listened to. And
Yes, sir.
And truth be told, we salute you. That's why you're here today. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
So-
Round of applause.
absolutely.
But I definitely, it's more so that you just have to practice. And it was surprising to Craig when I went to him and he goes, "You've never had any vocal classes?" I was like, "No, I just practice at home. This is something that I love to do genuinely." And when you have a good ear, you can hear when you're off pitch, you know?
Right,
so I
right.
was like, oh, that's wrong. And also I had a very strict mother in a sense, not strict in a bad way, but she was like, "You better do that shit over." She goes,
Right.
she goes, "That was pitchy, baby. Do it again." But not in a mean way. So I think she was giving me the best constructive criticism ever. And she was able to kind of see me as an artist. She was like, this is what you want? Okay, cool. I'm going to help support you.
Right.
And that's where it started.
Well, that's good.
So tell me, first of all, let's go back to the coffin. Let's go to 510.
Go back.
510 came about. This was like about 79, 80. We was in my mom's basement. So I'm making mixtapes. We doing shit. We didn't. My mom's get a light bill.
Ooh, because you had the equipment.
$900. Y'all don't understand. That's still a lot of money now.
But then,
this is $79.80. She was like,
you got to go.
exactly. I want this shit
go.
out. Y'all got to
ASAP.
go. I don't want nobody come in here because my house was the neighborhood house. Everybody come through. All the stick-up kids would come through because they want to come to the parties, and it was nuts.
Right.
So, and I'll have them all at the crib. Wait, okay, we gonna get in. We gonna eat the party. So when she kicked us out, we had to go to 510. Now, but while we was at my crib, we built this desk mainly because parties was getting crazy.
and it had wheels.
The
on it.
fights,
Did they have wheels?
the fights was going down
Right.
because we would carry stuff in boxes, and at the end of the night, you had to take it apart, put it back in the box so it wouldn't get damaged.
Right.
Problem was, fights was happening.
Oh, so you had
Cats
to
was
pack
knocking
up
over
quick.
tables.
Yeah,
Cats was knocking over tables. But we didn't have too many at our parties, but there was other parties. So my brother was like, yo, we need to build something. So we saw this kid in Suffolk County. I forgot his name, man. And he had his turntables in a coffin, an actual coffin. No, an actual coffin where you bury bodies in.
What?
Wow.
That's why the name Coffin came about.
Okay.
So he's like, he had a DJ Coffin.
Wow.
So I forgot his name, man. It was crazy. It was blue. But we had to build this case, these turntable case, to the point where it had to be fight proof. And fight proof meant, so if you got all your turntables hooked up, all you gotta do is set up the coffin, just pull out the cables to plug it into the system,
Right.
and then unplug it, the turntables on, and put the lid on. So we built this shit so heavy that if a fight broke out and they crashed into the tables, because that was the first thing happened when the fight breaks out, they crashed into the DJ set.
Right.
This shit will fuck you up before the tables get knocked
Oh,
off.
that's the philosophy.
That was the fly shit about it. It was
Right.
heavy as fuck. So we was like, yo, we gotta. That's what we call it, fight proof, because it'll take about 2 people to turn it over.
Right.
But if you fall into the shit, and we got the wheels on the back of it,
Right.
you would hurt yourself first.
Before-
we didn't care about the people.
Right, right.
We cared about our equipment.
Right.
As a female artist coming into this game, what hardships have you had to overcome? Because as you know, this is definitely
girl.
a different game.
Girl,
So-
unfortunately, I've had to deal with being sexualized a lot, which is kind of why when I'm the type of person where it's like, yes, I could, dress in a certain way where it's like, I'm feeling myself today, I'm going to show a little bit more skin. But I think when somebody tells you, and it's a male talking to you, and they're telling you like, oh, you should show more skin, maybe you'll get more views, or this and this and that. I'm like, excuse me, what are you talking about? I don't need that. I have this.
Yeah,
I have my
absolutely.
talent, and I want people to feel more confident in their talents than just showing like, and you can do that. It's fine. But if somebody's not comfortable with it and other people are telling you to do it, I think that's what pissed me off the most.
Jazzo, there was no Kane, there was no Biggie, there was nobody in Brooklyn badder on the mic than Jazzo. Jazzo was a man. And Jazz, I want you to see this and hear this, bro, because you be always talking about me when they interview me, and you keep it real, and I'm going to keep it real with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You my dude, and I know you the best to me. You will always be my favorite rapper ever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm going to keep it real.
Later on, like in the 80s, Flavor moved on my block. Griff, I grew up with Professor Griff and one of the S1s, Pop. Me and Griff played Little League football. And you know what's kind of weird? Flavor was on my Little League team. And because his mom's and him lived in Roosevelt and his dad lived in Freeport, but he played like a little bit, and that's how I really met him. But
Right.
I didn't really know who he was.
Right.
But then as we got older, now you playing Little League. He was 5 years older than me. I would say 4 years old.
Oh,
The same age as him, 4 years
Right,
older.
right.
But he wasn't supposed to play. But he was so tiny, nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Yeah,
Right,
you
right.
know, like he's supposed to been playing with
That's
my brother
crazy.
and them.
That's
So did he have the clock then?
Close.
Shout out to Rico, by the way. Shout out to Rico.
Shout out to my man Flav.
No doubt, brother.
Yeah, he called him by the name we don't let nobody else call him.
Rico Drain. Rico Drain, he don't care.
Well, there's a few records that I'm really proud of. I'm proud of the Essence record with AZ and Nas, which is a collaboration. AZ and Nas don't collaborate a lot. You know what I mean? So when they do, it's a big deal. Of course, on the Stillmatic album, which I worked on, with Nas, the song "The Flyest" was produced by LES, a song right after my song. That was an AZ Nas record. So when I got to work with them on Motown, with the song "The Essence," I actually got a Grammy nomination. So I'm really proud of that record.
As you should.
To my knowledge,
you got a nomination.
Yeah, to my knowledge, that was their first Grammy nomination.
And you got a nomination, and you didn't win.
Nah,
so I need to talk to somebody.
That year.
No, I'm not trying to hear that. You should have won that, kid. I ain't trying to hear that, kid.
I think Outkast won that year.
Next
Salute
time,
to
let us know. We make some phone calls. We gotta roll up on somebody.
Yeah. I definitely want to be in a space to be able to offer some more material that gets not only recognized but wins. You know, that's the plan.
At what age did your Grammy nomination come in?
That year was 2002, so I was definitely in my late 30s at that point.
Okay, okay. So
I'm a grown ass man.
You had put in, right.
Respect on it.
So you had put in a lot of work.
Absolutely,
at
that point, yeah, absolutely.
Well, listen, for those of you who have never had a chance to see the Cold Crush Brothers perform live, if you can, look it up online, Google it. Yo, let me tell y'all was sick. It was sick performers, bro. They were dope, man, live. You know what I mean? We talking about harmonizing. They had the routines. That's why you saw me in the beginning of Cold Crush. That was part of a routine. They killed. You know
where that routine comes from?
Tell me.
You remember a cartoon called Gigantor?
Oh, Gigantor. Wow. Yo, that's crazy. That's dope. I never made the correlation.
Boom, 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 boom,
yep.
Boom, boom, boom,
the Cold Crush. The Cold Crush. What? The Cold Crush. That's crazy.
Learn something new every day.
And it came from Giant. Well, a lot of that stuff happens, man. That's dope. That's real dope. That's